Good night, guys. Good night, and welcome to my channel, Feel, Heal, Motivate. If this is your first time on, please go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell so you can be updated when we post new videos. All right, so we are just going to. Hi, night, night. Okay, night, night, everyone. Yes, guys. All right. So, I hope everyone can hear me clearly. And again, welcome to another video of my channel, Deal, Heal, Motivate. So, I am Angel IQ. If this is your first time, go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell so you can be updated when we post more videos. All right. So, we are on. And first, just want to send a shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be here, be a part of this. Shout out to everyone who is on here.
Yeah, man, you done right, man. James by the first, shoot it on the camera. Yeah, man. Just finalize this. Loving my lady, loving my girl. Everything from the best. Do them I say you need to change. And I'm judging you. So you're so sweet.
Night,
More
night.
than a princess. And come me, yeah, man, you done man, man. James by the first, shoot it on the camera. Yeah, man. Analyze this
For the persons just coming in for the first time, welcome to my channel. This is Deal Heal Motivate. I'm just asking you to go right ahead and to subscribe and to click on the notification bell so you can be updated when we post new videos. All right, so this week we are looking at, stress, all of this the result of a heartbreak. And believe it or not, this is real, 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 real. There is so much. Thank you guys. Thank you. Definitely. Thank you. There is so much that we don't even begin to understand about stress. We hear it all the time that stress can kill, but it really isn't until you are under stress that you realize that stress does have the power to kill you for real. Thanks, thanks. Yes. So again, if you're just coming on for the first time, go ahead and to subscribe. All right, guys. So good night again. I am actually just trying out a new feature tonight. I hope you guys can see me a little better. The aim is that every week that will come that you can see an improvement either with my sound or with the visuals. And I am just, working to make this be better and better every week. All right. So, this week, as you see, the heading for tonight, it says, how it can kill. And I really had to just talk about, because more than 1 week I would come and I would say, boy, it's a whole heap of sickness me get as a result of this. And every single week I would talk about it, but I never really spoke depth of the illnesses, right? So tonight I really I'm going to be talking about them. And first and foremost, um I just want to shout out everybody, right? Just show. Oh, good night, good night, good night. Yes, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. I yes, my face kind of look light up. I am just really excited. This really would be our third live, and but just over the top. Me excited. When me say me over the top, me excited because you guys have been subscribing. I can see. I know we know I've like how much like more than 60 subscribers. So I am really excited, and I just want to tell you guys thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Today I sent out a little thing. I was saying if you guys knew the ending of my story. Well, some of you knew it, some of you didn't, some of you knew a part of it. But I just want to say that the winner for that is Fadine Vassal, right? Last week I did one as well. She was also the winner. So I am really hoping that I can have another winner outside of Fadine. So make sure you stay tuned. We're giving away digital and flow credits, so we want to ensure that there are other people winning. Yes, Fading and I are real great friends. So many of you and I are really close. Yes, Fading, you're excited, but Morgan knows say somebody else can win the prize. Them last week was literally like a giveaway. I posted numbers in a lit with some whole heap of little emoji, and everybody was just focusing so much on the emoji that they didn't realize that the phone cards were literally right in front of them. And Fading was just literal. She only thing she had do a boom flick like Fading, you're crazy. So as I talk about stress, I can honestly say that you never know how many persons your story will impact until you start to tell your story. So I am really making an appeal to anyone who feels the need or the urge to really talk about that situation. I don't care; it doesn't have to necessarily be something like mine. We all have our crucibles. We all have something that we're going through, that we're fighting. And it's just incredible when you realize that you went through something and you can somehow use your story to really uplift and inspire other persons, because the feedback has been nothing but love. And I really just want to shout out to a special lady who called me this week. And she was just bawling, and she was saying, gosh, she had no idea. When I say that is a big woman, this is not, as my mother said, it's a somebody where yarn them on the size. So, but regardless of the age group, we've all faced heartbreak, some more traumatic than others. And for so many weeks, I would talk about, illnesses that I would face, and you say, now look on them again. So, yes, illnesses that I would face, but I never really spoke about what exactly they were, as well as, everybody goes through stress. So you can have similar conditions, similar illnesses because of stress. Remember that every stress is brought by a lot of things. So we have work stress, you can have bills. This whole time that we're living in is causing a lot of stress for a lot of people. There are a lot of persons who normally wouldn't have a relationship problem who are facing a relationship problem now because of all the problems in the environment that will definitely affect your personal life. Hi, Carlene Burke. Welcome. Chinbad 23. Whoa, Faye, Dean, and Delia, and LV. All right, so yes, and everybody else that is coming on, right? So when you talk about stress, let's talk about stress. You know, stress is one of them things that a response to everyday issues. So even you have this stress and you have when it gone to another level, it get chronic. So stress is just is a normal part of life. But this when the situation starts to become overwhelming to the point now that you possibly can bear by yourself. Now, as I said yesterday, I really have to attribute my strength and where I am today to the amazing family that I have. And family for me is more than blood. I'm not talking about relative. Family are the persons in your life who are there for you, who you can call on, who can call on you. In my situation, I was I was not as strong as I probably normally would have been. So I needed more help, more support than I possibly knew I needed. So I really, really have to say that my family was, a big part of my recovery. And I really have to just shout them out and say, guys, I love you so much. I have had friends who were, I mean, more family to me than you can even imagine. Right? And as I say, family is not relative, not just relatives, just anybody who you can call on, anybody who is there for you. Some of our families were bona fide family, them and a blood relative. Believe me. I have bona fide friends, quote unquote, who I would say are dearer to me and it's who I am actually related to. So when you talk about stress, one of the first thing I must say was anemia. You know, so I don't know if some people might know about anemia, but what it really is just a condition when you lack enough healthy red blood cells, right? So some people that say, boy, you lack iron. So when you lack iron, believe me, a lot of things can happen. You feel weak, you feel dizzy. For some persons, their teeth easily nudge. So it's like everything, you hear one little chair squeak, it nudge your teeth. Every little thing seems to nudge your teeth. Everything seems to get to you. Another thing too is I was talking to you about low blood pressure. That is something that you can gain when you are not eating on time. Of course, all of these things um, can be caused by stress in itself. But one thing I want to talk to you about was the migraine. Now, let me tell you, I don't normally have migraine. I don't normally I don't really have no problem really. I don't normally can't say I really have no major sickness. But when I really recall just the amount of medicine, I remember one night just talking to you guys about the amount of medicine, amount of prescriptions, and it really was a lot. It really was a lot. Let me just put this right. So, you find that you are when you talk about killing you in so many ways, because it's killing you financially. Because when you start to be sick every little minute you're sick, every little minute you feel one pain. And let me tell you something. Stress have a way more time to make you feel pain in some part of your body where you never know exist. Like, perfect example, like my fingers, like I felt pain in my fingers, like the back of my leg. I didn't even know it was possible to feel pain in those parts of my body, like your shin. Normally people feel shin pain, like if you're a ball and you kick and you do sports or your foot lick up and something. But I mean, I was feeling pains all over. I remember going to the doctor one day and he was just touching me and I was just I was in so much pain. And separate and apart from the whole physical abuse thing. I was in just so much pain. You touch me here, so me in a pain. You touch me here, so me in a pain. You touch me here, so me in a pain. And you would look in my eyes, and you don't see them pale, them white, like my always look like me a ball. And yes, I was crying a lot. I was, let me stop say crying. I never just did that crying. I was hollering. So hollering is them kind of crying there where it's gone to a whole nother level where it's like your mother dead, but your mother dead and the earthquake and you're like you win 100 million, but somehow them scam you and you're too sick and somebody step on it. I one of them kind of thing. So when you're holler, I know nothing normal and I mean every minute your face puff up, every minute, I mean the more you cry, the more your throat dry. So you get a dry throat as a result of the whole heap of bawling. You get headache as a result of the whole heap of bawling. If you're not mind sharp, you have to get all eye drops. All eye drops you have to get to the amount of ball. It's like your eyes get foggy, you can't even see properly. It's like so much salt, salt can burn up your skin. No, I'm just telling you, there's so many things that you never really know can happen to you. You never really know that it's really possible for you to be going through so much. And if you're not careful, you can develop nerves problem. And when we talk about nerves problem, when we were younger, we used to think that the only people who would get nerves problem is old people. So you say, no, me are getting an age, me gone 55, 60, so definitely say, me I go get nurse problem. No, nurse problem is not just about old people. Anything that mess with the nerves can give a nurse problem. In my case, definitely was this traumatic heartbreak. And I remember talking to my therapist and he was saying to me that this is going to take you some time. It's not, just how it happened is like somebody losing a family member in a tragic way. And when you have a family member that you lose in tragedy, believe me, it takes a serious toll on you. Because when you have somebody that they're gonna die. And when I mean I know, you never really know, but you can see them getting sick, you can see them going down. You can say, you know what? Any day now this person is gonna go. Or if you're in a relationship where guys are constantly fighting, constantly quarreling, and take up cheer off on one another, and telling no one another about no mother. If that kind of thing, then you can say, hey, you know what? I can see this relationship coming to an end. I can see this person coming to an end. But when it's a case of you just getting a phone call, hey, you know what? My spouse just drop out and I'll be like, oh, that happened. Then just the first time, then just call me to the end and we home. Like, you'll never really comprehend such a tragedy because in all you have said to yourself, it can't be possible because me just talk to the person. It can't be possible because me just see them. It can't be possible because we did there so all nice and good, right? So he did say to me it would take me some time, but I also want to tell you over time, over the next few weeks, what are some things that I actually did and what are some things that I'm going to be doing. Because grief has several stages. I think one of the first stages you're in denial. Like, oh, this can't be happening. And then you move to being really angry. And eventually you get to that place where you'll be like, you know what? Acceptance. And when you reach the point, you'll be like, this is it, and the harsh reality is it happened, and then you really have to find ways to move forward. So I really want to. I'm going to be sharing with you in the next few weeks. So ensure that you share and you send to your friends because we're going to be going out. You're going to be seeing me in the streets. You're going to be seeing me as I start to heal from dealing with all of this. So life has its way sometimes of throwing more to you than even you can even understand. Life has a way sometimes of reminding you that you are not exempt from any bad thing happening to you. And with that said, it's just a way for you to, when you get that reminder, you just have to say, hey, not because I am a good person doesn't mean bad things can happen to me. Because I think one of the craziest things or one of the harsh realities that we have to face is regardless of how good a person you are, evil things will happen. And I think sometimes why it's so hard for us to um understand why evil stuff happens is because we say, no, me are too much of a good person for this to happen to me. And me not think me deserving of this. And there is no possible way how something so evil or anybody should be hurting me when I am indeed such a good person. But you have to remember that the Messiah came here and he did nothing but love people, nothing but heal them. Not once did you ever hear somebody call and say, boy, the Messiah was caught stealing some bread. Or never once you heard anybody say the Messiah beat them up. Never hear the Messiah call name, never call the Messiah name and say, boy, Messiah take nobody woman. No, Messiah was all about love, compassion, peace, grace, all of that. And that did not exempt him from being crucified. Now, another thing I look at too is that it's not just the fact that he was crucified. You remember when I think it was Pilate what said, choose which one of them you want to free. Whether it's gonna be the prisoner or it's gonna be the Messiah. And the people decided that they wanted to free the prisoner. So they wanted Barabbas to be free and they crucified. So I'm just saying all of this to say that sadly, sometimes the best persons on earth with the best intentions end up getting some of the worst treatment. And I think sometimes, I mean, just want to use myself as a perfect example. I think I grew up with this notion that if you just did all the right things, if you went to school, did well, if you got married, if you just did be good, everything nice would have happened for you. You would not, you would life would have just good. And when that didn't happen, I think I went into, I'm not gonna say went. I think I'm somewhere there, a little stage of, what them I call it, rebellion. Where I say, boy, we just need to just broke out, and show everyone, say, you know what, I'm not gonna be, yeah, I'm not gonna be this good little person anymore because life has not been good to me. So I know that there is this stage, I've heard it so many times, that is called the rebellion stage of going through a heartbreak, a breakup. And I think it really is just go. I think it's just a stage where you are yeah, that was my son. Kids have a way anytime you're doing the live to just remind them, Mommy, I want to pee. Mommy, I want to pee. PR them come out and say the craziest thing. Like, your kid will be there forgetting they have a parent until the moment you go on a live or they will go on to sleep. And all of a sudden, as soon as they decide, hey, I'm going to do my live, they come with all these crazy stuff. So, yeah. So, as I was saying to you guys, I want to talk to you guys too about, you know, yes, Munchkin. There's so many people watching you. You don't want them to see. You have to pull up your clothes. All right, good move. All right, going back to your bed. All right, so I was really talking to you guys about, just a few of the illnesses, and I'm just gonna go ahead and list out one of them. Give me a second. I'm just going to Google this term. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. but it is one of those terms where you have, yeah, all right. Now, another thing, guys, you have to bear in mind is that many times when you're stressed out, you don't want to eat. You don't want to eat anything. You don't want to drink anything. And as a result of that, you have to bear in mind that is how you start on getting diabetes. Now, let me tell you something about diabetes. People think that diabetes is caused only when you eat a lot of sugar. No, that is not necessarily the case. Most people who end up having diabetes are people who eat badly. What I mean badly, them not have no special time for eat. Them live anywhere, them drink anywhere, and they just, I mean, they probably eat once every 3 days. Or most importantly, people who miss breakfast. Now you cannot follow yeah, probably everybody have one cousin or one uncle where them just drink rum, or especially if you have some people them live on roots, you can't follow them people eh. Breakfast is such an important diet, and for me, I remember days of not wanting to get out of bed. I would get up in the morning and I would make a little porridge for my son, and after I make the porridge for him, I never even wanted any porridge for myself. I swear. I never want any porridge for myself. I never want to eat nothing. I never want to drink nothing. I just gave him his food, went back to bed, got up, made him lunch, went back to bed, got up, made him dinner, went back to bed. Or there were cases where I would make breakfast, lunch, and dinner and just go back to bed. Now, as a result of that, as I said, guys, I started feeling weak over time. I started, and let me tell you something about people and belly fat. Ladies, if you want to lose that belly area, you see, and oh, let me check. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to lose that belly area, you see, you have to practice eating on time. Don't make nobody tell you say you're gonna starve your body to look good. The easiest way for you to start look like a puffer fish is just to eat at any time, and especially skip breakfast. Breakfast is like such an important meal, right? It is so important that you don't want to be missing it any at all. Now, sometimes our body has a way of warning us that something is wrong. My mommy always say that you can know that you are lacking protein and you need calcium in your body. Protein deficiency. I mean, I remember going to school and then we talk about, I think, so many little different deficiency that you would gain from not eating the right proportion of stuff. So my mommy always say when you know you lack calcium, you look in your fingernails, right? So you look in your fingernails and you notice some little white patches on your fingernail. That is their body telling you, hey, you need calcium. So if you're here now, you're watching this, and it's like sometimes because we have the fingernails on and we do our nails so regular, we don't even take no. But there are times when you should just give the false nail them a break. Give the false nail them a break. And when you give the false nail them a break and you wash your hand and you scrub and you realize say your finger them have some more little white on it. So my fingernails had so much white on it. It come like it is the way you see me I use white my face. Just white. That was again my body telling me that I was lacking calcium. And as I said to you guys, if you want to know if you're anemic, all you have to do is pull on your eye, pull it way down. And if you see that it's really white, anemia right there. So another sign of anemia, you just tend to eat whole heap of ice. Every minute you want ice, you go in the fridge every minute, you eat ice. You drink your drinks, you want ice, and when you finish, you go back and you get ice, and you eat ice as though it's a food. You eat ice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or you just feel really good just eating ice as a snack. That is one way you know that you have some iron deficiency right there, right? Another thing to know, I think this thing is called, I swear I should call a doctor and make them pronounce this. But let's call this thing AN for now because me no want me and a doctor who can Google it on yourself. I me no want to cuss no bad word for you. So I think it's a acanthosis. Me no want to say next part because I don't really know. But just Google it. Normally it is this blackness around your neck right here. Extremely black. Extremely black. Right? And it is really your body warning you, hey, if you don't start eat properly, you're born to get sugar. Yeah. So if you go and you test and you do one of those little sugar tests, you know when them juke your little finger under the blood something there, they will tell us you have excess levels of sugar in your body. And there are cases of course, if it's not way high, they will tell you what you can do to regulate it. But if it's way high, you know say you're gone over sugar. Now you have two kinds of sugar people. You have the sugar where you have to watch what you eat, and then some then you have another serious sugar where you have to take insulin. Now, first sign, as I say, our body has a way of warning us when it is deprived of something. If you have one friend where you notice that all of a sudden, and let me tell you this, if you have most of we don't really have nobody at we yard, we can't really catch on of them back part there to really score and you know the little thing there. But if you have really, get a good bath and you shower and you scrub. And when you're done being and you score and you scrub, you realize that all of them parts are so them jet black. You know, say you have to check out yourself. You have to go to the doctor, let them check your blood level, your sugar level, let them do a little test by you because it might be something very serious, right? So people, I'm just telling you all of what me go through. So me I almost come like a pro right now. You know, when it comes to identifying things, because me they just have too much. Everything when me I tell about when me go through myself. And especially with the one around my neck, after a while it started to get very rough. So at first, my dad said, I wonder if I true. I really have no body for come back like that again. Or no, me start being properly. I'm still notice yes. So. But what was causing it for me again, irregular eating pattern. Not eating properly, not eating on time, not having substantial meals throughout the day. And I was doing that week in months, week upon week, months upon months, and I wasn't even realizing. But then once I was aware of it and the doctor said, Ray, this is the condition, I said, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna work on me. I am so done allowing somebody who not even care about me to make me there I start kill myself. I want me tell you, it happens. Grief, we all have them like a stage there, and if you have gone through this, no, I'm not here to judge you. You have them stay away, be like, I'm really down, I'm really depressed, and this has really gotten to me, or it is getting to me. But I just remember looking at myself one day and saying, girl, if you dead and gone, who better than you to be a mother to your child? Now, me know of other people would have loved to be a mother to my child. They wouldn't mind probably tomorrow to see me dead. But at the end of the day, I am in a position where I can say, hey girl, get up. You know, you go a doctor for high blood pressure, you got a doctor for low blood pressure, you got a doctor for the sitting around your neck, you got a doctor for anemia, you got a doctor for something for kidney problem, you got a doctor for too much things that I just really had to reach to the point where I just made a conscious decision to say, you know what, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to start dealing. And let me tell you something, not because you're grieving necessarily means you're dealing with it. Because you might be grieving, yes, but not dealing with it is when you reach the point of evaluating the situation as well as evaluating yourself. Because the truth about this is that you have to also do a reflection, or you have to also say, all right, you know what, I might not know, in my case, I might not know what caused the problem, but I know that I'm not perfect. And if I'm not perfect, that means there is room for growth, there is room for improvement, and you take time to be like, how can I moving forward be a better version of myself? Right? Oh, night, night. Hello. Yes. So, with that said, guys, I really had to make like a conscious decision to say, girl, you know what? Um, it's hard, it's painful, it's one of those things you wish never had to happen, but I can no longer allow this situation to get the best of me, to allow me to be sick this constantly, to be this depressed, to be this stressed out, that I was literally becoming sick and sicker by the moment, right? So I say all of this to you because I do know that there are persons on here who are watching because they have gone through similar stuff and are going through something similar in the sense of, moving forward from a breakup. And I just want you guys to know that you are not alone. I am here with you. I want to thank you guys also for being here and being a part of my journey. And if there's anything I want to also talk about is ensure that you're staying hydrated. Another thing too, as much as a ball and 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 a ball, every part of my body literally that crack. Literally, my that come like, when place dry and it start get like cracky and stuff. Yes, that literally was my whole body was just so keep hydrated, guys, and also get moisturizer. Cocoa butter is such an amazing thing. But if you don't have money to buy the nice cocoa butter, get yourself a baking soda. Now, baking soda is one of them cheap, very, very powerful things there to help you with your skincare. It's very good too in terms of if you're feeling sick. I'm not a doctor, so do not take my word for it. But in my case, when I was having several kidney concerns, I would definitely drink baking soda. I was recommended how powerful it was. And I would drink it just the way you drink coconut water, and I would feel a difference in my system. Also, when you use baking soda, for those persons on here, because let me tell you something, when your heart broke, Alicia said, Keith, have you ever tried sleeping with a broken heart? The reality is you cannot sleep with a broken heart. You jump up every minute, and when you start jumping up every minute, you tend to have chronic insomnia where you can't sleep. And chronic insomnia has a way to affect every aspect of your life. Because when you're not sleeping, you're not going to work properly. I would be going at work making stupid little mistakes. You cannot function very well when you have chronic insomnia. So tonight I was just literally telling you, I talk about being anemic. I talk about, I just talked about chronic insomnia. I talked to you about low blood pressure. I talked to you about high blood pressure. I talked to you about kidney problem. I talked to you about so many stuff. And I want you guys to know as I talking to you like about baking soda. Let me just spend 2 minutes on that. Baking soda, if you're a person where you have cracky skin, and skin always dry, and you don't really have them nice money there, get a baking soda, just put lick in your hand and just make like a paste, rub it on your skin, especially all right for those of us who wear tube tops. Sometimes you have a line here or a line under your arm right here, or these parts of your body, them just extra dark. Just put the baking soda there and you will start seeing how it clear up your skin. Put the baking soda around your neck and you see how it clear up your skin. If you're one of those person, your waistline always blacky, or your bottom blacky, and your foot cracky, just get like a warm water. You know, have money for go uptown pedicure, put like a warm water, drop like a baking soda in there, and just soak your cracky foot, soak your cracky hand. If you want to press your teeth, they always yellow. Just get like a baking soda, put pan it. Yes, and also hygiene is so key. Sometimes you're depressed, you don't want to bed, you don't want to put on proper roll on, you don't want to put on nothing. I'm telling you, for those of you who are having any problem with the green arm, just know say baking soda is another powerhouse. Again, you make a little paste, put it under your arm, and then now you can just apply your deodorant under it. For me, I can tell you, I use baking soda, and if I'm gonna wear like a sleeveless top, I'll put a little baking soda under my arm and make sure you know it light so it's not like it pierce when my arm lift up and you're gonna see baking soda. And then I put my roll on. What I find is that even if I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna be like I'm still fresh right through. And I cannot and I will not trust the deodorant alone to keep me fresh. You understand? Especially for those persons where you know will become more bustier and we have to keep more clean and nothing wrong. You have your breast, you just put little under your breast, put little under. You know, if you have one big belly where you have to fold, you kind of touch your knee, you just get little baking soda, lift up it, and do them kind of stuff there. You understand? Yes, I know you just put the baking soda all over because baking soda is one of those things. I mean, it's so powerful, it has so many functions. Just buy yourself one and know it don't cost you $300. And you can say you learned it from Deal, Heal, and Motivate. So thank you guys so much. It has been my pleasure sharing and talking with you. Please stay hydrated. Remember to share, share, share. In the next few weeks, we're going to be dealing and also healing, and you will get to see how and what I have been doing in order to stay great, be great, and also deal, heal, and motivate. All right. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this with me. It was my pleasure. Your girl Angel IQ. See you next time. Oh, Kelly, night, night, girl. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single person that was on here. Oh, don't move before you go. I just want to ensure I send out a credit right now. All right, Jacob people, all you have to do is just check your WhatsApp messages. And also, congratulations again to you, Fadine, and everyone. Thanks again for joining and have yourself a wonderful night.